Okay, tape's rolling.
Tape's rolling, all right. I'll call the July meeting of the West Dakota Water Development District meeting to order. And the first thing on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The next item is the roll call for the members. Dan?
Okay, roll call for July 12th, regular meeting, 2022. Code?
Here.
Bierke.
Here.
Driscoll.
Here.
McGregor.
Here.
Donegal.
Here.
Rowe.
Here.
Fleming.
Here.
Harris. We will have one absent, 8 present. We have a quorum.
All right, thank you.
Dan, you forgot me again.
Oh.
It's a man. He couldn't see you. He didn't know who you were.
No worries.
Must be the mask.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't find your name.
I know. So.
Okay.
No worries.
All right, the vice president is present. Item number 3, approval of the agenda. I know you wanted to make a change. Go
I
ahead,
need
Dan.
to suggest a change that we move item 9 farther down in the agenda, probably to be between 14 and 15. Scott Anderson with the City Parks Department had a conflict pop up here today. He got scheduled for another meeting at 3 o'clock. He might be able to make it later, so.
Okay. Any other changes, recommendations on the agenda?
So do we want to change 13 and 14 instead of discuss, vote on the draft levy and the draft
Oh, yeah.
budget?
Yeah, because there'll be an action item, so instead of being drafted, we'll probably take action vote on both of those items, so number 13 and number 14. So it really won't be,
So I would suggest instead of discuss, say vote on draft 2023 levy request.
Take action.
okay? Okay. Any other changes? Seeing none, all in favor, you got something?
So I was just gonna remind you, we have the phone call scheduled for
Right,
this insurance guy.
yeah, that's item 11.
And that's supposed to be right at 3:30, right?
Well, it was kind of jumping around. The latest email I got, it said 4.
I know,
Whenever we call.
I know Ron wants to be out of here by 4. Okay, well, anyway, I got a phone here, just in case. All right, seeing no other questions on the agenda, all in favor?
I'll move to approve the agenda with those changes and with whatever additional flexibility we may need to build into it.
I second it.
Accommodate.
Seconded by Wendy. Discussion on the motion. Seeing none, all in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
All right.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Item number 4, approval of the minutes from both the May meeting and the June meeting. Are there any corrections that need to be made on either one of those? I think we'll just vote on both. Any questions or corrections needed on either one of those minutes? May and June? If not, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Ron, motion by Ron, seconded by Dennis. Discussion on the motion. Seeing none, all in favor of approving the minutes from the May and June meetings, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. Item number 5 is conflict of interest disclosure. Are there any items on the agenda this evening that there would be a conflict with any of the board members? If so, indicate now. Seeing none, we'll move on to the treasurer's report, item number 6. Dan?
revenue received to date is $130,930. The projected tax revenue is $230,877. And as far as cash goes, cash funds on hand, as directed at the last meeting, since the 12-month CD had reached maturity, I moved that money into one of the savings accounts. And so now we just have savings and checking at about $404,000 and one 24-month CD, which I see is, we need to deal with that, I guess, too. Maturing August 17th, and that CD is about $201,000.
We don't need to deal with that until an August meeting, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And project expenditures, $54,561. Total expended, and then if you add the administrative stuff, it's $84,815. Remaining in projects budget, $99,170, and remaining in expenditures budget, $48,891. So if there are no questions, I'll move on to the projects summary, and I've listed the balance due on the projects out there on the right-hand column. Total project obligations of $257,616. And so that will go into the, when we get to the budget spreadsheet, that will be the number I'll be using. And this pie chart just shows our distribution of assets. We have two savings accounts. One with a higher interest, I have about $345,000 in that one. The lower interest savings is about $58,000, and then checking about $3,500, and then, as we mentioned, the 24-month CD at almost $202,000. That's all I have, Mr. Chair.
Any questions on the treasurer's report? Then,
I just have a quick question, Dan. I've probably heard this before, so apologies, but where are those housed at? The CDs?
They're all at the same bank, the Black Hills Community Bank.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Everything's there.
any other questions? Is there a motion for approval of the treasurer's report?
I'll move approval of treasurer.
Moved by Scott, second.
Second.
Thomas. Discussion on the motion. Seeing none, all in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
And same sign, motion carried.
I'm sorry, who's the second?
Me, the one that you forget.
The invisible man.
You're not really here, Tom.
Yeah.
I can hear him breathing.
That's funny.
Yeah, we worked this out in advance.
One quick question before we move on the CDs. You know, I suspect we would be looking at some sort of renewal on them. Would it make sense to wait a month or two? The appearance would be that the interest rates will probably go up a fair amount.
Or move it into savings and wait. If we-
Right, I mean,
If we renew it and then try to cash it in, we're gonna lose a little bit of interest for 6 months. So if you.
We talked
just
about
wait.
that last meeting.
Just
Yeah,
wait.
So if we renewed it and 3 months later we decided we want to move it into a higher CD, I think we would might lose some of the principal.
I think we just wait and see what happens with the interest.
Yeah.
Can I answer your question?
well, I guess what I'm suggesting, the one CD you had moved it into savings, right?
Correct.
Right, so what I'm suggesting that rather than purchase another CD here immediately, maybe we wait several months, let the
Yeah.
interest rates see if they go up.
Well, we can take that up at their August meeting, because this is,
Yeah.
Yep.
that was expires on August 17th.
If we don't do anything, they'll roll it over into
Right.
the CD.
How much notice do we have to give them?
They give you a couple weeks grace period after it matures.
Okay.
Something like that.
So if we take it up at the next meeting, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds
So
good.
I'll make it a point to get that on there.
Okay, item number 7, update on Green Valley Sanitary District on the status of funding for sewer system construction. I did talk to Ron Bangs, he's with Interstate Engineering yesterday, and they're the consulting engineers for the Green Valley project. And here's what he told me, he said the financial part of it, a lot of the money's coming from rural development, and so they've been working with them, trying to get them to approve the project. There's a couple things. They had submitted their preliminary engineering report to rural development quite a while back. Rural development came back with some comments. They have now addressed those comments and have sent it back to them. And so they're expecting that they're probably going to approve their corrections to what rural development was looking for. He did say that there was a stakeholders meeting today. I'm not sure who's all attending that. The other item that's not finalized yet is they've been going back and forth with Rapid Valley Sanitary District is going to be doing the operation and maintenance of the collection system. Once the project is constructed, so they do have an agreement with them. The issue right now that they haven't got finalized is the connection to the Rapid City system, and this right now it's in the city attorney's office. They expected to hear back by the end of June and have not yet. So those two things are the two outstanding issues. He's expecting that the agreement with the city for the hookup, the big thing is the hookup fee is about $250,000. But it sounded like the sanitary district board, the Green Valley Sanitary District Board is going to go along with the hookup fee. So they're trying to finalize that agreement, and he expects it to be approved by mid-August, so another month. So that's the status of it right now. I did tell him, I said, we'd like to have that money expended this year. So he's thinking that's certainly doable, so. They'd like to start designing it as soon as these agreements are in place and signed by everybody.
Yeah. I did expect their secretary to be here, so she might show up as we go on here.
Yeah, we can
Loretta.
we can interrupt and let her talk. If she's got something different than what Ron Banks told me. But anyway, no action on that item, just FYI. All right, item number 8, final report from Jason Phillips of Terrace Site on the inventory of impervious areas in Rapid City Phase 2 project. Do you want to introduce Jason?